Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the book of Hebrews. We're still in Hebrews chapter 12, today looking at verses 14 through 17. Now you recall that in chapter 12, the author of Hebrews sort of begins his concluding remarks. He's sort of summing things up and giving his last instructions to the recipients of his letter. And in this paragraph, though it be a short paragraph, just verses 14 through 17, he mentions several things that the readers need to understand and take to heart as they live this life of faith in Jesus Christ. Let's read it, then we'll begin to take the things one at a time. Make every effort to live at peace with everyone and to be holy. For without holiness, no one will see the Lord. See to it that no one falls short of the grace of God, and that no bitter root grows up to cause trouble and defile many. See that no one is sexually immoral or is godless like Esau, who for a single meal sold his inheritance rights as the oldest son. Afterwards, as you know, when he wanted to inherit his blessing, he was rejected. Even though he sought the blessing with tears, he could not change what he had done. What a fascinating paragraph, and several things the author of Hebrews mentions to us that are so important to living by faith. First, he says, make every effort to live in peace with everyone. As far as it is up to you, be at peace with all people. You know, the word peace in the Old Testament is the word shalom, which means wholeness of life. And when your life is whole and when your life is complete in God, then you're able to live at peace with others. Not in hostility toward others, not in enmity or anger or grudges toward others, but to live at peace. Now notice the author is realistic. He says, make every effort to live in peace with everyone. In other words, you can only do what you can do. Some people will not live in peace with you. Some people will be hostile toward you. Some people will be antagonistic toward you. Some people will be attacking you. But on your part, from your side, may it be peace. If there's lack of peace between you and another person, may it not be because of you, but everything you have done is to try to live at peace. So make every effort on your part to live at peace with all people. And also be holy. Be holy. Holiness is significant for God's people. We are meant to be a holy people. Now, what does holiness mean? In its most basic element, to be holy is to be set apart. To be set apart for God. That's what the word holy means, or the word sanctified, which also is a synonym of holiness. It is to be set apart. Something is holy when it is set apart for the Lord. For example, just by way of illustration, oftentimes we consider the sanctuaries of our churches, the places where we worship, to be holy places. They're holy because they are set apart for the worship of God. And we save them for worship. There's some things we don't do in our sanctuaries because it's a holy place. It's set apart for the worship of God. It's sanctified for the worship of God. And likewise, as people, we are set apart for God. We are set apart as His people. We are to be identified as His people. Therefore, our lives should reflect the part that we are set apart for God. The morals of our life and the ethics of our life and the way we live should reflect that we are set apart for God. That doesn't mean you're perfect. There is no perfection in this world. But holiness is that living a life by the grace of God that is set apart for Him. That's why the author says, without holiness, no one will see the Lord. If you don't allow your life to be set apart for Him, then obviously you are not His. So this paragraph begins with two very important words. Live at peace with all people as far as it is within your power. Live at peace with everyone as far as you can. And be holy. That is, may your life be set apart for the Lord. There's more in this paragraph, and we'll look at that in tomorrow's session. So I hope you'll join us next time for our 5-minute Bible study in the book of Hebrews.